Hello, this is Ami, the intuitive at Let Me See What We See. Thank you for joining me today's podcast, Let Me See What We See. Here is a menu that I like to give my focus for this day. We're going to start off as usual to do update, being current, where you are, where I am, where we are in each state of mind, body, emotion, and update ourselves. And conscious breathing exercise. Consciously breathing from the nose and then exhaling from the mouth and realigning ourselves to a neutral self. And I would like to share about the idea of the relationship with your body and mind and the heart. How each part of us relate to one another and what we can use our noticer conscious self to noticing for your better creation. I am Ami, the intuitive energy management advisor. So this is your time, and thank you for allowing me to be in your experience and holding this space for you to get reconnected to yourself. Because at the end of the day, we are just so occupied to take care of whatever that you need to take care for your work, for your family, for your friend, for your clients, and for your lovers. And what about you? So I think you are the most important person in your life, and it is very hard to take the pure time to connect in to yourself. So allow me to hold a space for you that allow you to reconnect in, changing you here now. And everything is changing on this planet Earth, whether we like it or not. So, what we can do for ourselves is to update, acknowledge as it is, and to choose for the better. However, when we choose for the better, we need to notice what's available. So it comes to what we notice, because unless otherwise unable to use it for the change, right? We don't see what we don't see. So training the way to look, see, is one thing that we can do. This is like little by little training that new muscle, observe ourselves, to notice something from new angle. So I appreciate you listening my voice and being open to the new ideas. And yeah, it's a good idea to be open to look at your experience from quite a new angle. And important another factor is that I would like you to believe in yourself, and this is important to notice what you are listening from what I am sharing here instead of what I'm sharing. It's like what I'm saying here is not that so important. However, what you are noticing is a really important information for you now. And again, I would like you to believe in yourself, and I do not want you to believe in what I'm saying, but trust in your knowing and your intuition. And so please do not believe in me, what I'm saying, everything here. However, just the idea sharing from my experience. So if you find some resonance, please use it as your own tool to modify it into your practical use for your experience. Another thing is that, well, this is relaxing time, so I'd like you to get your favorite drink. I always carry my favorite drink. Today I'm having tea here and sip some favorite drink and again relax. Um, except the observer self, noticing what you are noticing, this state of you, I would like you to be very alerted. However, the rest of the other part, your body, your emotion, just to relax and to feel comfortable. Anything that you feel comfortable to drinking water or tea, coffee. And if you, at the end of the day, maybe you want to sip some glass of wine or beer, whatever that you make you feel comfortable. This is important to treat yourself with something that you would feel enjoyable, like excited or um, loved by you. It's all about treating your needs well instead of punishing or hard on ourselves. Because sometimes we are so hard on ourselves, like, how come I didn't do this, da 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 da. That's one part of us, but I think you deserve to treat yourself nicely. So please get some your favorite drink for your spirit's sakes and join here for yourself to update. Thank you for listening and participating for your conscious breathing exercise. So let's start. Let us give attention from top of our head, the crown chakra, if you're familiar with the energy center chakra, the top of our head, and then all the way down to the toe, and then feel connected to the earth. All right. So just to simply open your eyes and keep remaining you open your eyes and give your attention to top of your head and what you are wondering about, just noticing it and what you're thinking right now, what kind of memory maybe came back to you. Is that from the past or the plan for the next week or this weekend? Just noticing it. And what your eyes, physical eyes, is noticing your location, your environment, your space, physical space, what your eyes are noticing. And how about smells? I'm smelling the milk from my milk tea. And then also the tasting. Yes, I'm definitely tasting the milk from the milk tea. And then how about the ears? What your ears are capturing the sound besides my voice. I'm here in the car running outside. here and here, and a little bit of raindrops with the wind. And then coming down to the back of your neck, shoulders, both side. How do you feel? And then go into the inside of the shoulder, neck, both side, holding your head. And then let us go into the arms, both side, noticing, touching the elbows. Do you have any something to noticing? And to the hands, and coming back to the center of your body, into the front, the chest. Let our hands put on the chest, the center, and then breathe. So what your hands noticing, your chest, and then inside the rib cage, both side lines, notice. And then going through to the back of your spine. And then a little upper, the back of your neck, noticing. And then slowly going down towards your spine, towards lower back. And then come inside, belly and tummy, and then going down to the hips, pelvic area, and the joint, the legs, all the way down to the knees. Noticing my legs are closed, kneecap, and feeling the gravity when you are sitting. Noticing the surface of your legs and bottom touching your seat, and feel the gravity, and then towards legs all the way down to the heels and the feet, both side, and the toes. Connect to the floor, both feet, ground to the planet Earth. We are connected. Thank you. So this is where you are now in your physical body. So let me sip some tea. So the idea is that when we sip something, intaking something in the physical body, we can easily notice. So that's another trick that I'm encouraging you to have something. It's easier for your noticer you to notice the physical part when we eat or drink something. There is a reason for that. All right, so let us exercise conscious breathing, connecting to the mindfulness state. We already prepare our state, your state, with this observing, updating each part of our presence, giving our attention. So now to quickest meditation, very practical, anytime, anywhere you can use. So I'd like you to remain your eyes open, wide awake. Many of this mindfulness exercise encourage us to close our eyes. That's nice. And this is more of a practical because when I need calm state to align myself is mostly in a busy day when I get nervous about getting into the appointment or before public speech or so most of the time it's hard for me to close my eyes to connecting, spending a couple hours sitting before that moment. It would be nice if it's possible for me to do every time I want to access this state. So whatever when I'm driving, sometimes I want to access, so it's hard to closing my eyes when I'm driving. So this is a practical exercise and it works. And scientifically actually proved. So let's exercise that quickies and eyes open so we can use it anytime. And intaking the air, oxygenation of a physical human body using our nose and mouth, and intaking the air from your nose and then hold it in your body as much as you can and slower let that out from the mouth. So when you intake in from the mouth and then let it out from the nose, it will give a different effect. And using from the nose allow the human system to bring more oxygen to the brain, and then it will help to align us to the mindfulness state. That's according to the science. So let's use this newest scientific study to practical mindfulness, conscious breathing exercise, and allow my voice to guide your consciousness, attention, and to breathe in and out. We do this 3 times with eyes open. Okay? Ready? Let's do that. So let us take a long, deep breath, counting 3 from your nose. 1 now, 2, 3. Hold it in your lungs, and the stomach is a balloon. And release slowly from the mouth completely. One more time. We're going to take all the air around you, all the energy from the nose into your physical body, lungs, stomach, and keep it as in a balloon as much as you can. And let that slowly out. Counting 3, 1 now. 2, 3. Hold it. All the new energy into your body. Slowly let that out with no longer serving energy. Completely let that out. The last one with the silence. Intaking all the energy and air from your nose and then hold it in your body and then let that out completely, slowly, along with no longer needing energy with the air from your mouth, okay? Are you ready with that silence? Let's do that. Go. Mm, thank you. Thank you for allowing you to realigning your neutral self by consciously breathing, intaking energy into your being. I feel really good, centered. Hope you noticing that your notice yourself is noticing what part of you, or just give your attention to before or after. Each one of us has a unique experience, so I shall put in my observation towards your experience. Even if I'm intuitive, I totally respect your experience. So just to connect to yourself and before and after, and how you are noticing yourself. Um, this short exercise, what works for me in the most practical, efficient way is that I give my attention to inside of my body. Like when the air comes in from the nose, I just noticing the air coming into the nose holes and then coming into the throat and then the lungs, both sides. Actually, literally, my eyes, that's noticing the eyes is like the micro camera into the body sort of with the air, and then just noticing the little camera inside of my body, and then go and then going down around the tummy inside, and then it's like a balloon. It's becoming bigger with the air. And then noticing the sensation inside of my body, inside the rib cage, and then I let that out. When I letting the air out from the mouth, I just energetically let that past, heaviness and anything that come in as an energy, let that out. And sometimes I have particular memory or emotions to let that out, but most likely that I just not so giving my attention to the detail event or person or any kind of the mind driven kind of no longer needing, but just energetic, energetic gumbo of energy to let that, just like an energy poop to let that out. It doesn't care what you ate to create that need to let that out, right? So that's the same thing, just a poop. I mean, energy poop, let that out. So that's what I do. And then just feel energetically release, and then flush out. Excuse me if you are eating. So, this is the breathing exercise. I highly recommend you to do this 3 times when you first, consciously doing is good. And the morning time also good to having the water to reminding your body so that your body is get alerted that what your conscious is going to do. So have your body bored to what you would do. Just the 3 times taking the time for yourself, and it's just a refreshing feeling which I love. So thank you for allowing me to guide your experience. Okay, so today's topic that I would like to give my focus is that self-awareness. Um, Self-awareness is observer self, and training that observing self is the beginning of a good relationship to ourselves. And when we serving our needs better, and that gives us a sense of feeling good about self, like when you are treated by someone else nicely, and then that will make you feel good. In case of me, yeah, I mean, I like that, right? Makes us feel good. The idea is to have many opportunity to make ourselves feel good, so that would support our good feeling, and that would help us serve others needs better, and then the energy return system is coming back to us, and we can share more of what we are capable to share, the service, ability, skills, and caring, because we are serving our needs good, and then we feel good about self, sense of self. And the self love is the most important element, oxygen mask first to ourselves in order to serve others better, right? So that is the idea that I came to this point of my sharing and teaching. I've been sharing and teaching the self help development, self empowering program for the last several years as an online class, as an in person, as in a group coaching. And what really worked for me is to training the observer self to noticing about self needs, and especially the emotions and the mind. That is because simply I'm a very emotional person, and I didn't even have awareness of myself, that terminology, empath, but in other words, that spiritually open. That is part of the culture I came from in a childhood community. As an Asian community, it's sort of like group energy first, and then personal individual needs second, kind of mindset. And so it's ego is treated as a negative, bad things as an enemy kind of way to look at. And so as an emotion, like showing emotion is bad. But it's nothing is good or bad. It's just everything is energy. And it's all about how we treat these energy in the most harmonious way, the way to relate to the energy. So if it's bad and not necessary for our human life on planet Earth, and then universe is just an efficient, so not available. if it's not necessary for a human life. Because everything is needed, but just the way of treating in which way, that's a treater. It's the chooser, you know, that's the creator's sense of way to use what's available. So um then starting to observe, noticing self as it is with detached, without judgment, good or bad. Just noticing is observation, is the good place to start. And then from there, noticing what would be ideal truly for your next step, experience, goal. And then we can find a solution from as is, here now, to here now, like to accomplish as the next step. So, any kind of observation about self, because self awareness, I mean, the personal energy is something that we can manage by ourselves. And I think it's wise to give our first focus on something that we can manageable about our own power. So the personal power, using your personal power to create the change about self that makes sense to me. So noticing ourselves as is. And what I came up with simply divided to three different bodies as we have. The first body is the physical body. That's easy actually. To 80% of human perception, I mean, the way to capture the information is visual. So something visible, like a physically visible, is easy for us to notice using a human sensor. That's natural. So that's a human, I mean, the physical body. And then mental, mind, body. This is such a messy, messy place. The mental body, especially if you're like me as an overthinking person, being female is a little bit privileged becoming overthinking. And that's the female way the brain function. So, and then also we are so intuitive, like, what about this? What about that? And that's a gift. However, the gift need to be treated. Sometimes it goes drive nuts when it's about the user's use, which purpose to use a gift, right? So sometimes this super knowing intuitiveness of you having as a person, it drives you nuts to endless thinking here and here and here and here. So when we can use that energy into create something creative, write a book or novel or create a story, that would be useful. However, sometimes that drives us nuts as in a broken record on and on and on, and then sometimes new element comes in, and then just thinking so many thinking. So average person is 50,000 thought per day. I bet myself as an overthinker is more than that. If you are too, and then it's more than that. So we just do that unconsciously, and then you know what? This mind thought talking, hearing, is influencing our heart emotions, right? The physical activity is also connected emotion, like good exercise, workout, aerobic, like moving the body. And then that really gives a good feeling, adrenalines and sweat a little bit and a little bit of muscle movement. And it's a sense of accomplish, like a really good feeling, feel good. The emotion is also connected with the physical. And then also the mind thinking about the vacation plan. It's a positive one. It's like, oh, you want to go, and then, looking at Pinterest and all the images and checking the flight information, the vacation destination. Gives a good feeling state, mind state. But from the negative thought also associated with that feeling. So that is mind body, you know mental body needing attention. And how do we know that mind is the word, language, is one of the majority of the way, the tool to know what we are thinking. So getting to observe that messy mind state is write that down is the powerful tool. So far, I found that's the most effective and simple, powerful tool to observe. And the emotion, this is a state, the emotional body. Negative emotion is creating the pain body, the pain body, emotional body, from grief, loss and or anger and envy, jealous. All these emotions, sometimes we were taught that not good. No, no, no. So remove the judgment. Emotion is emotion. It's not good or bad. Each emotion brings information. So what we can do is to use this information, emotion, and get the head out of there. Because when emotion is hijacking our physical body, like anger, angry about, and then your physical body may punch or kick or, destroying is expressing that energy in the physical. That is like totally hijacked by our body, was hijacked by our emotion. Or we manage this emotion to act, use our body to act for the better. That's a chooser's choice. And when we master in this emotion, your life is becoming a lot easier. At some point, I was able to train it. It's not completed because the life is all the training, mastering this relationship to a self part to me. But I'm telling you, when you know how to relate to the emotion one by one, your life is gonna, I can guarantee something that nothing in life is guaranteed, but I can guarantee this, that when you are able to become a good manager of your emotion, oh my, your life is gonna be so much easier, more loving. So the idea is the emotion is bringing the information. So the notice ourselves, the notice what kind of information this emotion is bringing, you know. And and to use it. So these three area state of our beingness, just simply zoning as like physical, mental, emotional. We are combination, complex of these each state as a human being based on the personal experience as an individual, unique life experience. And everything is made of energy. And when we challenged by some area, let's say that emotion brought by thinking, and this pile of thinking became a belief, and following the belief, and that reflected emotion, and that emotion was so repressed, and maybe you train to that way using the mind, controlling yourself, behaving nice, and consciously fine. However, these repressed energy perhaps sometimes stay in our beingness, even if you're not remembering as a subconscious, maybe from a childhood experience. Perhaps it's called trauma. Even we are not remembering it, some part of our beingness carrying that as an energy, energetic piled of repressed energy, and then reflected to a physical body carries that energy. And is the modality that there is a 7 area of our body carries the each energy, and vibrating with each frequency and representing each non-physical body of our human beings. The ground chakra, the root chakra, and second chakra, the belly area, and then the third chakra, the core center, the fourth chakra, the heart, fifth chakra is the throat, and then sixth chakra is the third eye, in between the eyes, forehead, intellectual, intelligent, and then the crown chakra, seventh, is that consciousness, the spirituality, higher self. So this relationship is there, and when we observe ourselves, that body is the physical visible, so noticing something is happening or messages from the body, when you got pain or some system is off, you've noticed it, and then you may be digging into that cause of the other bodies, like emotion, mind. It's just like a plug into a different wiring, might useful to heal, redirecting that circuit as in a human system. That sometimes gives an a clarity in a healthier alignment. So it's all start with self-awareness. I'm preparing the program online free class for self-awareness, exercising to notice what we are noticing and then learn about you more. If you're interested in, please sign up for the invitation list at www.livewithclarity.com, livewithclarity.com, so that I like to send the invitation when it's that. Thanks for joining today. I'm Ami, the Intuitive Energy Management Advisor. I see you next time. Until then, you have a wonderful creation and live with clarity. Bye!